What does it mean that George Santos has been expelled? Because my information was nobody in the history of the House has ever been expelled until they've been convicted of a crime. And he hasn't been convicted of one, but they've been doing all sorts of internal investigations into him.
Well, I actually think there have been one or two cases where they were expelled where the evidence was overwhelming. Look, from everything that any normal person could get, this guy is a liar, a crook, totally arrogant, totally untrustworthy. And I think, frankly, he just eventually offended so many of his colleagues. Now, if you're a partisan Democrat and you have a chance to throw out a Republican, that's an easy vote. But, he had basically a majority of the House Republicans voted to expel him. And the speaker had made it an open vote and said, look, vote your conscience. Now, I think it's always dangerous to do because under our system, you are elected by the people of your district. And unless you've done something extraordinary, which really inappropriate for the other members to render judgment. But I think in Santos's case, and he kind of said that himself. I mean, I was amazed. He was on Fox and Friends this morning, basically saying, yeah, I know they're going to kick me out, but I'm really a lot nicer guy than that. And I thought, well, this guy doesn't get it. And I think we once expelled a member from the conference, not from the House, Judge Kelly of Florida, who had been involved in the Abscam scandal where the FBI had a bunch of guys pretending to be Arabs bribing congressmen. Kelly's defense was he did have $20,000 in cash in the glove compartment of his pickup truck, but that's because he was eventually going to take it to the FBI, and none of us found that believable. And so, so he's gone.
So what happens now?
So
what happens now to Santos, to his seat? Like, what do we do about that seat now? Because the Republicans can't afford to erode
there'll be a special election. The difference between the Senate and the House is all House seats represent the people of the district, and you can only fill them by special election. In the Senate, because it represents a state, the governor can appoint an interim senator until the next election. But in the House, you have to have a special. And so I suspect, I think probably in April, there'll be a special election for him. And given the size of the recent Republican majorities in Long Island, there's a very real likelihood we'll elect another Republican, one who's more conservative and more honest than Santos.
Let me tell you a story about a guy named Leo Grillo. Leo was on a road trip and came across a Doberman. This dog was severely underweight and clearly in trouble. Well, Leo rescued the dog and named him Delta. Sadly, Delta was just one of many animals that needs help, and this inspired Leo to start Delta Rescue, the largest no-kill, care-for-life animal sanctuary in the world. They have rescued thousands of dogs, cats, and horses from the wilderness, and they provide their animals with shelter, love, safety, a home. Their dedication and everlasting love to animals winds up being Leo's mission and his legacy. Delta Rescue relies solely on contributions to stay available and open. And if you want to care for these animals and you want that to be part of your legacy, speak with your estate planner because these are tax-saving estate planning's benefits too. You can also get those. You can grow your estate while letting your love for animals live well into the future. Check out the estate planning tab on their website if you want to learn more and speak with your advisor. We call a dog a man's best friend for a reason. You can help those who need it most. Visit deltarescue.org today to learn more. That's deltarescue.org. Hey, thanks so much for watching. If you like what you just saw, hit the subscribe button for more clips and full episodes.